3. Toure. Cracking ball over the top again, trying to get Aguero away, and Aguero unwittingly released. Tottenham's shakiness continues. Davis.
How many?
City are about to make absolute flood of substitutions themselves in the next few seconds, and they've got a gigantic bench of around 20. Another great ball, and Sterling's in. Scuffs it home for 2. By no means the greatest goal he'll ever score, but a sterling service for 2.
Samir Nasri, again, right at the heart of it. Been sensational since he's come on. Look at Sterling's movement. Inside Davis, then outside. Blistering pace, and he faces him up. And it's a very, very untidy finish. Slightly comes off his heel, Sterling. He will not care one iota. Don't think form thinks he means that one either. They needed that one, City, just to put this game to bed. Spurs starting to come back into it.
Raheem Sterling released one-on-one, and a clumsy finish somewhat past Michel Vorm. He didn't cover himself in glory either. Might be the last knockings for a few of them. It might actually be Sterling's last contribution in the game. Leroy Sané is going to be coming on. Wings for Tonga and Ali went off for Tottenham. Oakley, Booth, Wimmer and Janssen, their replacements. Danilo is going off, and Sterling as well. So Demiko Duhani, Tosin Biayo coming on along with Leroy Sané. Biayo, the England under-19 international. He's made 4 first-team appearances, none in the league. He's a Mancunian, made his debut, you might remember, in the FA Cup back in 2016. Very much weakened side against Chelsea.
Straight into the action. Long, rangy defender. And Man City have very high hopes for.
And the new arrival, Danani, robbed straight away by Nkuku. It's a kick across by Dar. But plenty of fresh legs in the City side. Interesting to see how the younger members of the party do. Leroy Sané couldn't get the space that he required down the left-hand side. The German international. And he featured in the Euro 2016 semi-final for a bit as a substitute against France. If you'll remember, Germany lost.
What's that? Yeah.
Janssen, first touch, and he's in, and he's through, and Ederson has saved it.
Otamendi made his mind up for him. He dives in to connect. Pushes him a little bit wider than he would have imagined. He's trying to get it back inside, but Ederson, again, he's so quick to close down that space. So quickly he gets out, smothers himself, makes himself big.
He's had a solid game, Ederson. Will his reputation hold up when he gets back home? His new home in England. Alderweireld ballooning it over the top. It's 8 changes City have made now, and 5 for Tottenham. Though as soon as I say it, it's going to become 6. Sane on, Walker off. Time for another break with 15 minutes remaining. But that goal for City was coming, and all the quality strikes they had that were rebuffed, and Sterling just scuffs one in. This the opener after 9 minutes. Stones heading it in past Lloris. They deflected De Bruyne free kick.
Everything Man City deserved. A well orchestrated free kick. Slightly fortunate with the ricochet off the wall. This is Nasri straight into the action. The timing of the run from Raheem Sterling. And he slightly scuffs the finish just off his right heel. Spurs have been playing a little bit of a higher line, which is very dangerous. As players of the pace that Man City do possess. And well worthy of this 2-0 lead, Man City.
I'm sure Raheem Sterling can't quite believe how lucky he was. Potentially the worst goal he's ever scored, but it went in. Brahim Diaz, who scored against Real Madrid, is going to come on now. The lad from Malaga, Spanish under-19 international.
Hang on. 1 change, 2 change. Goalie change and a field player.
That's Sterling's night. So the 17-year-old Spaniard comes on. Decent goal, was it, against Real Madrid?
Absolute cracker. And prodigious talent. There's so many of them at Man City. It's just a case of getting the opportunity. When they do get opportunities like this in pre-season, they have to take them.
Change in goal as well, you'll note, for Manchester City. You can barely miss it. Aro Muric, the Swiss under-19 international, he's 6'5". Signed from Grasshoppers, is on in place of Ederson, who was very, very good tonight. Keith's been really impressed with him.
Yeah, I like him. Huge onus on the way Pep Guardiola sets up his teams. Start with the goalkeeper. And I think too much was made of the whole Claudio Bravo situation last year, with Joe Hart moving on to Torino on loan. Too much emphasis on what he does with his feet. I've been really impressed with Ederson as a goalkeeper in terms of how well he's played with his hands, closing down the opposition, how bright he's been. Looks to be a good signing.
Stuff by Alderweireld. Janssen on the chase after it. Janssen's controlled it very well, and he again couldn't pick out Kane in the middle. He's just been a step behind the pace of the game. Kyle Walker-Peters on for Trippier as well now. One of the England under-20 World Cup heroes with that great success. In South Korea, they beat Venezuela in the final. Remember, the England under-20 B team effectively won the Toulon tournament, retained the Toulon tournament the same weekend, and the under-21s reached the European semi-final. Kane! Brilliant strike was Eriksson. First time, lovely effort. Very, very good save by the new man, Aro Muric. That's as good an opportunity as Tottenham have had all game. Eriksson just let fly. Referee Basakos had a close look at the challenge.
But we haven't seen Christian Eriksen in these type of pockets of space. Muric gets down well, takes no chances with it. It's when you'd expect him to save. He pushes it to safety.
These international Champions Cup games have been generally very, very entertaining. The second week that interesting Premier League ties emerged for both. They're obviously playing promoted opposition, both of them, in the opening weekend, with City facing Brighton and Tottenham taking on Newcastle. Big opening right in the middle suddenly for Leroy Sané, but form watched it all the way. Manchester City at home to Everton on the second week, and then Tottenham home against Chelsea, as we said earlier.
Really struggled to get Vincent Janssen into this game. Tottenham Hotspur going with the two up top. Janssen given that partnership alongside Kane. Haven't managed to supply any type of service to really put this back three of Man City under severe pressure.
Kane won't get there, Muric will. Having worked at West Ham's ground, the London Olympic Stadium for athletics, the past 2 weeks, it's not really built for football, obviously. And then you look at Tottenham moving to Wembley, whilst their new stadium is being put up. It's a big, big factor in how well they're going to do in the coming season.
I think the biggest factor is the lack of activity in the transfer market. I think they need to put this Wembley voodoo out of their heads as quickly as possible. They've struggled in Champions League football there. There's no reason why they can't go and perform at that stadium.
Here goes Nkudu, released well by Oakley Booth. Nkudu has won the corner at least, and he managed to find a way past Miko Duhani. Oakley Booth, dangerous one across, and that's going to be offside. 7 minutes remaining in City 2-0 up. Vincent Janssen straying. Aguero hitting the post twice. Two quality efforts. There is good young talent in both squads. We tend to see that every summer. It's a question that was raised when England won the Under-20 World Cup as to how many would make it in the Premier League and be given the chance or be allowed to. That's a great try across goal. Kane was probably waiting for the cross, and Muric was the no man's land.
I think that's what Walker-Peters was intending. I'm going to give Muric the benefit of doubt here. So he knew what he was doing, coming away from that one.
Walker-Peters and Josh Onamo, who's on the bench, were involved in that Under-20 World Cup success in the Under-17s, the European level of 3 years ago in Malta. Also reached the semi-finals of the Euro Under-19s last year. So England have got some good young players coming up. As we always say, Spain regularly win these tournaments to do well, France, Germany, and we don't have to wait too long, barely 2 or 3 years before they're regulars, not just in the Bundesliga but in the German national team. All that happened with England. Brahim Diaz receiving from Foden. Brahim Diaz again, good little release it was again for Leroy Sané, full of running. Offside's been called, there was a whistle, but it won't be a free kick for the young German.
Walker-Peters does really well here. Sané has got blistering pace. It's Diaz tries to set him away. See, half a yard offside. Still gets the tackle in. Walker-Peters.
Bit of an elbow out there. Eriksson wins the free kick. Alderweireld, and yet another offside. He's trying to get stuck in up front a lot. Kyle Walker-Peters. Well, Pochettino is certainly giving youth its fling.
He's got no option, does he? He looks at the bench, that's all that's there really. Wimmer, Janssen, bit of experience, obviously form. Young for Larissa half time. Apart from that, it's very much a very, very young bench.
Lovely little flick. Janssen's in there. What a recovery by Aro Muric. Just when Spurs looked as if they were going to get one back at least.
That was sensational by Janssen. Not entirely sure he knows Muric is there. He certainly knows Otamendi is there. He does him, all ends up. He's unfortunate not to get a goal because that was slick.
That was Harlem Globetrotter stuff from both men. Janssen blocking. Sané getting in the way. It's a statistic right out of the 1980s, but Tottenham have been cut offside 8 times in the game. Manchester City 4. City have had 17 attempts on goal. Given away by Demeka Dehani. Aguero, Nasri on it now. Chance to slip it back inside. Aguero just anticipating it. Somewhat too late. It's Dehani again. Foden couldn't quite locate Sané. It's been called as a corner by referee Basakis. It is.
Eric Dyer clearly unhappy with the decision. Foden was trying to find the run inside. If it didn't take a deflection, it was clearly a wayward pass.
It's Yaya Toure. Tottenham won't be happy if City score from this. Crossed without success, and the last man back is Sané. 3 out of minutes to round things off at the Nissan Stadium. Aguero short for Nasri. Brahim Diaz and Foden. Nasri, good release out wide. Duhani, who's got plenty of support in the middle. Duhani still there. Nasri with the pop. Deflected through. What a save somehow. Now it's in. Diaz makes it 3. And when Foden couldn't put it away, Brahim Diaz, 2 goals in 2 games. Real Madrid and now Tottenham. Manchester City's third. And it's the Heartbreak Hotel for Tottenham in Nashville.
Well, it could have been Nasri. Comes out, sets it back. The bodies are flung in the way. Foden, you would expect to score. It's a good save by Vorm. And Diaz has all the composure in the world, doesn't panic, and he just lifts it above Vorm. Can't get up to scramble it. And I must say, the level of performance we've seen from Man City, this is the type of scoreline it should reflect.
They swarmed around Vorm, and Brahim Diaz, 2 goals in 2 games. Nice prospect. Scoreline a bit more reflective of the Manchester City performance tonight. Tottenham have conceded at least 2 goals in each of their 3 International Champions Cup matches, and not only that, but they also conceded in Thailand against Kitchi in a 4-1 win. They've let in 8 goals in 3 games on their tour of North America. Manchester City go top of the North American group over Barcelona. A little less conversation, a lot more action for Manchester City. 3 they've netted against Tottenham tonight. It could have been a lot more with John Stones banging the opener after 9 minutes. Aguero hit the post twice. How he didn't score, I don't know. But Diaz did at the end, with Sterling getting the second in between. Overall, a very, very good performance from Manchester City. As for Tottenham, the build-up to the Premier League season continues, but Manchester City 3, Tottenham 0, the final scoreline in Nashville, and City looked very good indeed.